Hi, this is one of the High Priests Conchi Ray from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. We're proud members of the collective, and you're listening to one of the collective members, the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. Hope you enjoy.
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed the Protector of the Universe, bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that were both weapons and symbols of his station. He fought an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Zone, episode 16. We're all here again. It's me, Phil, Master of the Quantum Zone, Will.
Hey, everyone.
And Master of the prize closet, Matt.
Yes, I'm here. All right.
This will be one of our, I was going to say a flashback episode, because we're going to go back to 1981 or 82. Marvel Team Up 113, But everything we do is kind of a flashback, because even that Quasar series is, 89?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we had a little contest. Well, threw it out there. Anyone sending us or giving us an iTunes review, Matt will send them this issue, Marvel Team Up 113. We did get one review on iTunes from our friend Soshin. So I'll find his review and then I will read his feedback. He said, "What?
Oh, you got it. Okay, no,
I got it.
Cool.
Yeah, it was Quasar is a key part of my childhood. I purchased 5 stars. Thank you."
Awesome.
I purchased Quasar #1 off a rack at a Safeway store near my house. I read that single issue more times than most any other. The footnotes and Quasar directed my approach to reading Marvel Comics for 2 early years as a fan. Mark Gruenwald left a lasting impression on how I read comics and approached media as a result. As a Quasar fan from Arkansas who met 2 other Quasar fans from Arkansas in college, it is surprising and pleasant to find a podcast about Quasar by another Quasar fan from Arkansas.
That's weird.
I know.
I didn't know. So we're gonna have to find out where you live in Arkansas. It's not that big a state.
There's a lot to discuss, and I look forward to rereading issues along with the podcast crew. But yes, and thank you, Soshin. And yes, what is up with Arkansas and Quasar?
Lots of woods and hills.
Yes.
Plenty of time to read.
But yes, but he said he wrote to us and said that was him, because I was gonna ask him, because I was like, it's not his name, but because he wrote, "Hey guys, I left a review for the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast under the name Quasar for Life."
Nice.
Great job again last issue. I don't have the first Spider-Man Quasar encounter or any of the Project Pegasus, so I'll be a little MIA for a while. I did go to a flea market over the weekend and found the find of the century, Captain America issue 217 for only $5.
Yes.
Wow. And he sent his address, so Matt, I will forward that along.
Cool. We're talking about Quasarkansas.
That's awesome.
Oh
man.
But
thank you for the 5-star review. I said I would send it to anyone that said a review. They would write one. I would like a 5-star review. If you send a 1-star review, I'm just gonna staple the comic book, put a stamp on it, and write your name on it and hope it gets to you.
It's gonna send you the issue like in concrete.
Yeah.
But before we jump into the issue, anyone who listens to any of our other shows may hear that every once in a while, me and my other co-host Lil Hellfire, who edit most of these episodes, we've been pulling sound drops from different people, and she was nice enough to edit last episode for me, and she sent me a sound drop. So our first sound drop from Quantum Zone. Anyone want to take a guess what it was?
Oh man, let's hear it. I have no guess.
All right.
Sparkly quantum tentacles?
It's kind of low, but sparkly quantum tentacles?
Sparkly quantum tentacles?
Of course, referring to Quasar's encounter with Venom last episode.
Yes.
So you'll be hearing that dropped in all over the podcast.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, like we said, Marvel Team Up 113, Spider-Man and Quasar.
Yeah, this is a good draw. I mean, I wasn't around in 1981. This actually predates me being born, but some of these ads are great.
Yeah, I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
I turned 10 at the end of that year, but I was 9 probably when this issue came out.
So I said I was probably 3. So
yeah.
If you're a big Marvel fan, you knew this was going to be a light mask issue, because the title, they get right to it, the Resurrection of Edward Lansky.
And look at those thought bubbles.
Yes, we don't get the thought bubbles. They usually just throw it in a box if they do them anymore.
Yeah.
But again, like me and Will were talking about, this is a Mark Gruenwald still.
Yep. And then super well-known Hulk penciler Herb Trimpe.
Yes, I was gonna say Hulk
Yeah.
penciler. Yes, Mike Esposito, inker, Diana Albers, letterer, Bob Sharon, colorist, Tom DeFalco, editor.
And Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief.
Oh, that's right. DeFalco wasn't editor in chief, Ed. It was Shooter.
Oh, hey, I think the cover is by John Romita Jr. Is that right?
Maybe. Oh wait, yeah, in the corner here down by the barcode. JR plus F something other. Yeah.
F0.
FG?
Yeah.
It's like a G for me.
And maybe Frank G. Hang on, I'll look it up and see who did it.
But yeah, I was gonna say the art looks like it could be Romita, but I guess JR, so it is. That's always my favorite character for Romita Jr. to draw is Spider-Man.
Oh.
Like he's done some DC stuff. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, Spider-Man, I think he does his best work on Spider-Man.
I don't know. I really like, because it was later, but his Punisher he did. It was just so gritty. So I really enjoyed that. And his Thor was kind of interesting because he was really channeling a lot of Kirby, making the big Thor.
I think he might have did a couple. Did he do a couple issues of Daredevil? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, that's right. During was it Ann Nocenti?
Yes.
I think was the writer.
Mm-hmm.
He fought. It was Acts of Vengeance. He fought Ultron, right?
Yes. There we go. There's our Acts of Vengeance tie-in.
All right.
Struggling this, but so it opens up in Manhattan as Spider-Man swinging over, and he's like, every time I get a chance to get to class early, there goes my spider sense. Biochem 403 will have to wait because sees this strange truck with a horse on the front of it.
Yeah.
A Pegasus, perhaps?
What could that be?
So Spider-Man leaps down to the truck, and then something is approaching.
He's inspecting the bad vibes from the truck, which is very very chill. Yeah.
Yes, and so we see a flash of light streak past him, and then looking for something, Spider-Man, and he's like, where the heck did you come from? Who are you? Here's my government ID. I'm Wendell Vaughn, codename Quace. Well, so much for the secret identity.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
Because I don't think we'll get into it next episode, but I don't think he calls him Wendell. I'm surprised in Quasar 70's not like, hey, Wendell.
Surprised he doesn't say I'm Wendell Elvis Vaughn.
Spider-Man probably forgot. Oh, Security Chief Project Pegasus. And Spider-Man's like, a business card? This guy's got to be kidding. But hey, later, that looks like, Avengers community card that they would get later. And he's like, what are you doing here? And they're talking about, they're transporting Nitro. Will, we were talking about the original Captain Marvel.
That's right.
Who eventually killed Captain, gave him the cancer that killed him.
Gave him the cancer that killed him. Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
Quasar says, you're talking to Spider-Man. I know you're the guy who apprehended Nitro in Spectacular Spider-Man 55. So if not for that, I wouldn't even be talking to you. And
it's Frank Giacoia, Giacoia is the inker on the cover. I just found it.
Was that like the early logo for Quasar? Because that's not the one on his book.
I think so. I think it's the same that showed up in the Project Pegasus saga when he teamed up in Marvel.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, we'll have to look at that.
Yeah, we'll be looking at that next week.
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Dang it, I was
Quasar
close.
7's next week. Yes.
Then the Project Pegasus.
Yes. So Spider-Man swings off. He's like, oh, sorry to waste your time, Blondie. Quasar's thinking to himself, according to my friend Ben Grimm, there he is throwing his name out. Ben Grimm, Spider-Man fights on the side of the law, but he seems undisciplined and frivolous.
What a stuffed shirt. I
know. Meanwhile, years later, Quasar would spend his mornings at the racquetball club.
Exactly.
Nice
callback to last episode.
And you can tell what era this is because as Quasar's diving back into the truck, was somebody on the street, I think a kid on the street saying, Bobby, look, it's Christopher Reeve.
Nah, Chris has a red cape. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Quasar's telling the driver, false alarm. And the driver's like, Quasar, I'm not used to rubbing shoulders with you super types.
And he said that our rooftop hitchhiker was just a curious passerby. The driver's like, okay, fine. No, he just curiously landed on our roof. Perfect. All right, cool.
Maybe just don't want to answer a lot of questions. But because, super people freak this guy out. But Quasar gets a tingle. My power bands are detecting a powerful disturbance in the local electromagnetic field.
Yeah, it doesn't even call them quantum bands at this point. This is long before the trip to, are you ready, Matt? Uranus.
So Quasar takes off to check it out. He's like, I'll check it out. You proceed to you go by the designated route. I'll catch up. Well, at least he stays yellow when he takes off. No pink.
Yeah.
Cooped up all the time on Project Pegasus. I forgot how much I enjoy giving my quasi-stellar powers a workout. Still, I'm grateful for job security. I doubt I have the temperament to be a free agent like Spider. Well, see, he has to work for somebody, For first it was Project Pegasus, then it was Eon.
Started out with S.H.I.E.L.D. So...
Yes, loves his job security.
Yeah, you start off with benefits. You can't go to being a hired hand, with
Health insurance.
No insurance.
I was gonna say, why do you think he joined the Avengers, man, for the dental?
Exactly.
He streaks over. Did it say where this is at? What building that is? Oh, it says this college campus, but this is, I forget. Is that Peter Parker?
I think that's the same. Yeah, I think it's the same. Yeah.
Empire State.
Yeah.
Which he went to, I don't know for how many times.
Yeah.
Did he ever graduate? I don't remember.
Well, during Superior Spider-Man, when Doc Ock took over Peter's body, he did get him a doctorate. So,
Nice.
I don't think Peter did earn it himself, but got a doctorate. Quasar streaks to the college campus.
He doesn't streak through the college campus, even though that probably would have been popular at the time.
He flies. Yes. Who could be working on something so sophisticated to affect his power bands? And look, and once again, he's straight, just like in Quasar 4, he sees two girls, and instead of this, instead of like that time, oh, I'm an Avenger. This time he's like, I work for the government.
FBI, Federal Body Inspector. Female body inspector, whatever. All bodies.
But then he, to get underground, he creates a giant quantum screw.
Yeah, that's just.
Hey, ladies, don't mind my screw.
Yeah, exactly.
And look,
it's all par for the course. You know the drill.
But see, look, the energy around it is the yellow, but the screw itself is kind of white.
Yeah, but there are less spectacular ways I could have burrowed into the ground. I guess I just wanted to show off for those college kids.
For those college kids, no. For the college girls, Quasar.
At least he's self-aware enough to realize why he's doing what he's doing, right?
So he digs a hole in the ground. He sees a laboratory. He says, could this be part of the university? I doubt it. And then according to the sympathetic pulsations of my wristbands, I'm right on top of the energy source. Then there's a blinding light. Something envelops his right band. He tries to blast it off, but it spreads to the other hand. Some force is feeding off my bracelet's power, absorbing their energy.
He would have already had a pre-programmed sequence to protect himself, after Quasar number 5. When did the Kree, Dr. Minerva?
Was that? Oh, no. Yeah, no. That was like, was that 10? Something
yeah,
like
that was, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
We're not there yet. Sorry, spoilers.
Well, remember, the full power of the bands hasn't been unlocked yet either.
Yep, that's true.
Then he sees the energy take humanoid form. Greetings, my cosmic powered pawn. You are the helpless prisoner of Lightmaster. And of course, Quasar's habit of studying fouls comes in handy. He gives us the rundown. You were once Edward Lansky, a professor of physics at Empire State University, who designed the bodysuit capable of harnessing all the properties of light. Your costume enabled you to commit incredible crimes until Spider-Man tricked you into short-circuiting it. The electrical overload affected your body, transforming it into living light. A second episode where we have a living laser man.
I was just waiting for him to say, I'm your biggest fan. Can you sign this?
I tricked you because I am so bright.
That's right. Oh, that's pretty bad.
From this moment on, our lives shall be irrevocably joined. And Quasar's like, I was hoping to hear that from the college girls. But luckily, nearby in a university science building, graduate student Peter Parker attends Biochem 403. And of course, this material is so fascinating until the spider sense goes off. And so Peter races to the men's room. He's either having intestinal trouble or he's changing costumes. He goes out the window. Then he sees a glowing flying figure coming out of the big hole. And he says, Spider-Man, so you've come to witness my revival. And he says, uh-oh, I know that voice. It's Lightmaster.
It's pretty good to recognize the voice of a criminal like the Lightmaster. A guy like Spider-Man deals with a lot of stuff. He's, oh yeah, I know that.
I think
the late tone.
I think the big glowing body kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we get some puns. Oh, that Gruenwald master of the puns, because Lightmaster attacks Spider-Man. He says, wow, you really know how to light up my life.
Nice.
So Spider-Man hides behind some stairs and webs up a web shield. He goes all Captain America on him. Oh, he says, then he goes, okay, lightweight. Well, it's Spider-Man. We got to expect the puns.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he does. It's yeah.
And he says, your chemical webbing is ineffectual against my energy form as ever, Spider-Man. Is that so? Well, chew on this economy-sized tiddlywink.
That just rolls right off the tongue.
Yes.
Economy-sized tiddlywink.
Wow. And then he throws the web shield at Lightmaster, all Captain America style, and it melts. And then he tries to smash him with a giant glowing skull cube. Says, Lightmaster seems far stronger than last time. That's right. Rocket's a quantum man. Oh, Lord. More puns. He's like, toodaloos, ladies. Sorry to fight and run, but if you saw my monthly electric bill, you know why I hate to see light wasted. I wish we would have had a chance to talk to Gruenwald.
Yeah.
Get along with us just fine.
I think you would too.
Light Master chasing Spider-Man, and if you don't stop to read the letters page, we go back to Spider-Man jumps on the building and tries to jump on Light Master, tries to punch him with his fist. But then before Spider-Man's eyes, he says, wait, 1 minute I was riding on top of Light Master. The next I'm on that Quasar guy I met earlier.
That's right, slow-witted one. Okay, thanks, Gru.
Light Master tells him, I've taken control over the alien energy bands of this cosmic powered crusader. Stoppable. I intend to... Oh, Lord, another pun. I intend to ram this message down your throat. And he makes a giant quantum ram.
A ram, yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lord. And Spider-Man's like, oh, lady, did I go and get your goat?
Oh.
Why didn't Gruenwald write more Spider-Man? But Light Master manages to hit Quasar, and then he makes 3 rams. He says, my energy is limitless. He deflects one with a web ball. He avoids the second one, but he gets hit in the back with the third one. It knocks him halfway across campus.
Can I just say there are 6 rams on this page, so that is a rampage. Okay.
Oh my god. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. That you just won. You just won.
Good Lord. What are you, a Gruenwald?
Sparkly quantum tentacles.
All right, so Spider-Man hides in a tree. He gets down. He says, better find Light Master. Better shag after Light Master before he hurts somebody. Light Master is gone. Try to bump into him again. But right now, I better get back last. But we see Light Master flying away. And where's this, a light bulb factory?
Light ink. Yeah, I'm like, come on. That's pretty on the nose, isn't it, guys?
He says, with the unwilling help of Quasar, she'll regain my human body. Then he breaks in. I guess he had lab and machinery here, but it's all gone. It's all been confiscated, stolen, looted. Blast my luck. Blast it all.
There's a bit of a tantrum. He's taking the axe to it. He makes a big old mess.
Yeah, he says, I guess my tussle with Spider-Man didn't work off all my frustration, but he makes a list of components he will need. And so then later that night, keep breaking in the wholesale electronics, uses Quasar's power to make a little mining train.
I like this. Restraint is for lesser men.
But then meanwhile, Quasar wakes up inside the energy form. He's like, where am I? I've been dazed since I went to investigate the disturbance. I remember strange warm light engulfing my arms, then nothing. Some intelligence is taking control of my energy bands. And since they're grafted to my wrist, I'm being taken along for the ride. No,
it looks like he's holding a boombox too. He's like John Cusack.
So you're conscious again. No matter. There's nothing you can do to harm me. He's reforming himself into a creature of blinding light. So Quasar and Light Master are battling, and he says, how do I fight someone who turns my own power against me? Oh no, he's leeching off the very energy of my shield, weakening it. He hurls Quasar backwards and knocks him out.
Post Quasar 2, I think the tables would have been very much turned on.
Oh yeah, he would have vacuumed them up. Yeah. Once again,
Mm.
just like Living Laser last episode said, Quasar never had a chance. Now when I regain my human form, your energy band shall be mine. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, the ha ha ha's break out of the word bubble on that one.
I've got a question for you guys. Technically, this doesn't violate the retcon, Quasar number 1, backstory of how he got the bands, right? Because technically he's the one still using the bands, right?
Yes.
Nobody else is wearing them. He's just taking the power from them to do all this stuff. So is that, you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I feel like he's weakened and he still doesn't know how to use all the powers. So someone that works with light has this big energy source and he knows how to work light, so he can commandeer it. But it's a little bit. Yeah.
And he can commandeer the bands because he's not really wearing them. So the explosion's not going to happen because somebody else isn't wearing them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's channeling it through.
Because he engulfs him. He's not a physical being anymore. So he took over Wendell, and because he could create a quantum surrounding him, like a bubble or something.
Yeah.
So why not make it in the shape of a human?
Cool. That's kind of what I was thinking. Just because it didn't take long for what's the guy's name from number 1? William Wesley or Wesley William or something like that. He went boom after like the first day, right?
Oh yeah, a couple hours I think. Yeah. But also Light Master's not he's a being of energy too. So
so he can't really go boom.
Between that and Quasar, So Light Master takes off with Quasar. Meanwhile, Spider-Man comes home and he's like, boy, I'm beat. I've been on the go all week. According to Amazing Spider-Man 224 and Spectacular Spider-Man 62.
I love editor's notes.
Yes, I know. Like I said, wish we had more, but so he's about to take a nap and he's like, but what if that Quasar fellow is in deeper trouble than I thought? He may be dead by tomorrow. Before he goes after Lightmaster, Spider-Man puts in some polarized lenses into his mask, and away we go. Straight to Lightmaster's lair. So Lightmaster says I have to put these components together to get rid of these powers I worked so hard to acquire.
And then he makes a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta make some money, dude.
And I like how he's reminding us of something that they just said at the beginning of the issue about how Spider-Man turned him into pure light. Are our memories that bad that we needed to be reminded again?
Gruenwald wanted everyone to know this, man. But he turned into
Editor's note 5 pages ago.
I know. He turned into a being of living light. The power now resides in me, not the costume. I was forced to constantly surround myself with light, prevent my molecules from drifting apart. But then he had an encounter with Spider-Man and Dazzler in Amazing Spider-Man 203. And now with my scientific genius abetted by Quasar's alien power bands, I shall free myself from my dependency on ambient light. Shall regain my original human form. He never thought to just ask.
Yeah.
So he brings his costume out and he puts it in the machine. He says, I must duplicate the accident in reverse. He siphons off the energy from the quantum bands and then directs it through the diode. How old is his diodes? And then just luckily 10 blocks away, Spider-Man sees this giant glow. I guess the cops or no one else sees. He's like, oh, must be Lightmaster. And of course, Spider-Man should have been headed this way anyway, because he says, yeah, Lightmaster once used this place as a hideout. Some secret headquarters even has a light bulb to advertise its location.
That's akin to I know the Fantastic Four don't have a secret headquarters, but if you were an out-of-town villain and you wanted to find them, there's a big four there. You could pretty much figure it out.
I love Spider-Man's medical training. He sees Quasar from across the room. He's like, Quasar's just unconscious, but he's okay. Way to tell him from across the room.
Yeah.
Must have been a spider sense.
Yeah.
Spider medical degree.
I wish that the lair wasn't called Light Inc. It should have been called Specific Electric instead of General Electric.
So Spider-Man's trying to interrupt Lightmaster's thing, and he says, do you know what you've done? No, but if you hum a few bars, I'll fake it. He said, I should have killed you when I had the chance. So he starts blasting at Spider-Man. Where's your famed sophomoric wit now, Spider-Man? Must have left it in my other suit. Hang loose. I'll go home and find it. Then Spider-Man says the only thing keeping him from getting fried, that with all these doubles, he loses less coordination.
Do you think Spider-Man was being a little passive-aggressive when he said he left it in his other suit? Like he's trying to rub it in that Lightmaster only has one suit and they can't even get it working?
Oh, I must have left it in my other suit that I wear with my living body.
Spider-Man!
So Quasar wakes up and says, Lansky certainly beat me at my own game. He says, Lightmaster, you and I have a score to settle. So Quasar completely shuts down the band, so Lightmaster has nothing to pull energy from. I've turned off each transmitter crystal.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, one at a time each. Yeah, that's just weird, but whatever.
I guess once Eon unlocked those powers, didn't he have a constant flow from the quantum zone?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I was a little confused about that. I was gonna bring that up to Will to ask him, is there an off switch for individual? Hold it down for 5 seconds and then it will power off.
And it'll reboot. No.
You'll see the little crown logo on the front, and then the iPhone shutting down.
I'm thinking, he's only getting a little trickle of power since the bands haven't been fully unlocked yet. But so Quasar says, that's right, Lansky. Now it's just you and me, man to man. And Lightmaster's like, fool, without your power, I cannot become a man. And I'm just waiting for someone to say, have a bar mitzvah, dude. The doubles fighting Spider-Man disappear, and Lightmaster's even disappearing. He says, I need your power to remain whole. You must let me have it or I'll drift apart. And Spider-Man asks Quasar what happens. He says, I just removed the source of Lightmaster's energy by deactivating my power bands. And Spider-Man says if you reactivate them, he'll give us more headaches. And Quasar says, do you have any idea what he was doing? And Spider-Man says, when I arrived, he had this rig hooked up to his zoot suit. I don't think he was dry cleaning it. Oh man, we should have counted the puns this issue. From the looks of these gizmos, say he was trying to reverse the accident to turn him into an energy being. And Quasar's like, he was trying to regain his humanity and we prevented it. You can help me determine Lansky's precise wavelength. I think we may be able to help him. So, analyzing the machinery, the two heroes quickly make the calculations. Quasar blasts Lightmaster's suit suit, and then look, costume is swelling like a balloon. Lightmaster is reforming. And here comes Will's favorite ending.
Yeah, awesome.
So Lightmaster's like, I feel so strange. Curse you, Quasar. What have you done to me? Wait a minute. I'm human again. You must have found a way to resurrect me. And Will, how does Spider-Man react to this?
Punch in the face. You're human again. How?
Kathok.
And Quasar's like, why didn't you do that? And he's like, oh, he was too disoriented. And Spider-Man's like, oh yeah, I was about to zap you. Trust my spider sense. It warned me of danger.
There's that old stuffed shirt coming out again.
Yeah.
That's right. Spider-Man's like, well, since you have everything under control, I'll leave you and Lightmaster by yourselves. Spider-Man's thinking, what a bozo. I usually find something to like about most of the Joes I sometimes join forces with like every month. But that stuffed shirt really rubs me the wrong way.
And that's actually cool for the next podcast because they don't get along, which is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, well, the Spider-Man's like, leave me alone, I have too much power. But he's thinking, that strange fellow, that Spider-Man, he acts so unprofessional, so undisciplined. Oh well. And he goes to turn Lansky over to the authorities, and he swooshes past Spider-Man. He says, oh, that must have been that Quasar. What a show-off Quasar. What a cornball. I'm sorry I helped him. When am I going to learn to mind my own business? You have a team-up book, dude.
Yeah.
I never was a good team player anyway.
Wait a minute. Marvel team up. Huh.
Yeah, so I was going to say, it's only this whole solo thing's only going to last a month because next issue, Spider-Man and the Falcon.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So I like this issue because I remember when I first read it, I was worried that Spider-Man was going to like overshadow Quasar, but we did get a lot of Quasar in this.
Yeah, we did. And, it shows dialogue, cornball not necessarily withstanding. Mm-hmm. It shows that, hey, this guy was going to kill him, but he still helped him in the end. I mean, that's just, that's the character. That's the core of the character. So that's cool. And it's by Gruenwald. So
yeah, I was going to say, you could tell like some of the details he like had to change later, but for the most part, I think Gruenwald had a plan, Quasar, from like his first appearance on.
It only took like, what, 15, 20 years to finally get there.
When was that Captain America issue, that 217 that Soshin just bought? Was that like late 70s maybe?
I think that was 70. Hang on, I will find out real quick. I think it was like 78.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure because yes, I thought I remembered 78 because that's the year of my birth. So then then the actual Quasar series was 89. So yeah, it might have been like a little 11 years. Wait. Yeah, 11 years.
Slow burn.
Very slow burn. All right, that Quasar series was in the 60s, right? It started in the 60s, Tales of Suspense. Yeah, there we go. Number 217. There it is. Okay, it has a cover date of January of 78. Nice.
Oh,
good call,
nice.
Man. You nailed it.
So Quasar's been around almost as long as I have. Maybe a few months more.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the 40th anniversary of his first appearance.
Oh, nice. Oh, we got to play. Oh, I got to play in some stuff. At least
we got to do some
on
stuff
social media. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we got 7 more issues of Marvel Team Up 113. If anyone would do some more iTunes reviews.
Come on. I'd like to go to the post office all at one time. Not 7 times.
I know. That'd be so funny if you made like 8 different trips there.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're not the same issue again, huh?
Soshin, I'm going to send you all the issues and then a bunch of addresses to send out to
He's such a nice guy. He probably would do it too. Come on, people. Free comics. All we want is some praise. Come on.
I can see it right now. It's now January of 2079. Matt is trekking to the post office to mail the last copy of Marvel Team Up 113.
With his walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandpa Matt, why do we go every week to mail out the same comic book?
Yeah, I enjoyed this too. I like the story. I like the fact that he did some cool stuff with the quantum band. He would make odd things, which we would eventually see later on in the series. The big, some of them were unnecessary. The big screw, showing the college girls he knows how to do that. And then, even when he's in his own kind of quantum handcuffs, he would later employ that on future villains and in skirmishes that he would have.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's by the book, like we said, working Project Pegasus back then, but always, he wanted to bring the person back to apprehend them to be a human and take them to justice, not just kill them, which he's got a good heart for that. Mm-hmm. And there was some random weird funny things, a lot of puns, of course, and then the lawnmower, unexplained lawnmower. I can't get over that.
Yeah. If I suddenly got the quantum bands or the ability to make light construct, I don't think a lawnmower is the first thing I'm going to make.
And it was a push lawnmower. It wasn't even a gas lawnmower. Come on. You still gotta push your light con. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Unless you make a guy to push it or something.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Now we talked about how at this point, they referenced the person that gave Captain Marvel the cancer that killed him, but
Nitro.
earlier in this issue, we did see Captain Marvel doing battle with a giant flea market eating flea in an advertisement for Hostess Twinkies. We kind of just jumped over that. I know we don't always explore the ads, but this one it's a flea market,
Top
I assume in New
shelf.
Jersey. The biggest flea market on a peaceful afternoon, and a flea that eats flea market arrives. Starts eating a table without even bargaining. And then Captain Marvel starts building a trap, but he's building a trap using items from other people's tables, and they're not liking that. And he tricks a flea into eating some Twinkies because they're sponge cakes with light golden cream, and they're delicious. And then he puts a net around them and saves the day. So, honestly, Quasar rescuing any flea markets? Come on, he's got some big shoes to fill.
He's working for the government. Getting on college girls. He has a lot of time for that.
I just have to say this: giant flea eating a flea market.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the worst pun of the issue.
Yeah. I know. I don't even want to stick around for more. I want to flee the scene. Towards the end of this year, we're gonna start for the podcast. We're going to do a bunch of specials on each of the Captain Marvels before the movie.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I want to get you guys at least on one of those episodes.
Cool.
Maybe we'll talk the original Captain Marvel.
Because there's a great aid in Quasar #2 where you see the previous Quantum Band or the previous Protectors of the Universe.
Yes, and Marvel's on there. Yes.
And Marvel's leading because he's the latest one ahead of the triangle. That's pretty awesome because it shows that there's a legacy.
Shouldn't he have gotten the Quantum Bands, but Marvel Boy had him?
Yeah, there was some screw up and something. Yeah,
we'll get to that Marvel Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd like to collect more of the Captain Marvel issues, but I keep planning to go to these flea markets, and these giant fleas keep eating them. So they cancel the flea market. So I don't know. What are you gonna do?
It's a good thing Soshin rescued that that Cap 217 before it got eaten.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, years from now, if we run out of Quasar stuff, we can do some Captain Marvel stuff. All right, is that it? All our business?
I think so. I think it was a good issue. I mean, it's very much of its time, but it's still Quasar. I mean, it's recognizably Quasar.
And next episode, we can compare with Quasar #7.
Yeah. And I'm curious how people respond to this. I don't know if I have that many Marvel team ups. Maybe I'll just go look for the letters page, see how people took to Quasar, because he wasn't a big name by any means at this point. He was just kind of a background character. And I know they do that a lot in the team up, but I wonder how people.
He basically just showed up in other people's books like Captain America, Hulk, and the
Marvel 2-in-1. Yeah,
Marvel 2-in-1, Marvel Team Up. Yeah,
that's a good question because I think the letter page here was for 106, so that would mean 7 issues.
Yeah, that seemed to be
so
back then was 6
120, 121, 119 maybe would have letter pages about this issue. I don't know. I'll see.
I was gonna say I'll see if I have it because I have some of those Marvel Team Ups, not all of them.
I have some of them too.
There was a couple letters that referenced something that happened in Marvel Team Up 107. One guy especially seemed like a very angry young man. He said, "I've read all of the Marvel Team Ups except one reason," and that's it. She just left like that. Not a She-Hulk fan.
She-Hulk, yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, I like She-Hulk. I think she's awesome. John Byrne's She-Hulk series was great.
Yeah, she was a good West Coast Avenger too.
This was 1981 She-Hulk.
That's true. She was the savage She-Hulk, not yet the sensational She-Hulk.
Yes. And had she yet discovered that Mr. T is her cousin? Yes, I don't know. No.
And she hadn't threatened to come tear up all your X-Men comics. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Are we done here?
I think so.
I think we're done.
All right, everyone. Remember, give us iTunes reviews for on the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks podcast. Quantum Zone. Matt's got some Marvel Team Ups 113s burning a hole in his pocket. We mentioned Quasar turns 40 this month or this year. So send us your thoughts on what Quasar means to you. Some of your favorite appearances of Quasar. What sticks out in your mind.
Well, speaking.
And we've
go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I was gonna say we brainstormed ideas for Quasar Quasar merchandise in the past. You know, there was never really Marvel Quasar merch. We talked about some of the posters you have. How about this for a Quasar merchandise idea? Quasar stuffed shirt.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna like actually be like, oh, we should like rate the Marvel. Be like, hey, it's Quasar's 40th anniversary. How about some merchandise?
Well,
That would be nice.
Next year will be the 30th anniversary of Quasar #1. It has an October 1989. So 40th anniversary, 30th anniversary. I mean, hey Marvel,
come on, Marvel.
Omnibus.
At least book 2 of the Essential Quasar, or Quasar Classic. Book 2. Yeah. You have book 1. You came out like 5 years ago.
And how about some like T-shirts and posters and some toys where he doesn't look constipated? Come on.
Exactly. Come on. This is we're asking you to take our money. You know, I would love to be able to read Cosmos and Collision in one volume. That would be like totally awesome.
Agreed.
Yes. All right. So again, everyone, give us reviews on the iTunes and email us your thoughts on your favorite Quasar moments, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Quantum Zone Podcast, at Quantum Zone Pod on Twitter, and at CL Sidekicks on Twitter. And the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Tell us yourself in your own voice. All right. Stuffed shirt, Matt Kona. Where can people find you?
You can only find me in the iTunes review section of Capes and Lunatics.
Not the teen section of the Boston Public Library. You can all find him there.
No, I'm nowhere else. Yeah, just write a review. Send me your address. You can email it to me if you want. MattConaStandUp@gmail.com. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I want to hear we should have a little Quasar birthday celebration. We could talk about our own reflected moments. If we have a favorite issue, even if we haven't talked about it, we have to break it down in depth. Favorite appearance in another book. That could be a little project. Think about over the holiday weekend.
Keep sending them in all year. We'll read some every episode. You know, we want feedback. We love feedback.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's it. Yeah. Thanks for Socian for writing the review.
Yes. And Will.
Thanks a bunch.
Markets don't get eaten.
Will, master of the Quantum Zone. Where can people find you?
QuantumZone.org is where the Quasar page is. You can find me at Wallred, WALLRED. Twitter, Gmail, willallred.com, diaryofnight.com is my self-published book. So yeah, I'm around. Looking forward to any comments or anything.
That's right. All right, everyone. That's been another episode of the Quantum Zone. Again, join us next episode for Quasar 7. More Spider-Man. More angry, less puns. And Big Man on Campus, Terminus.
Oh, yeah.
And Quasar's, business presentation.
I'm looking forward to rereading that. It's been a while.
Yes, me too. Acts of Vengeance crossover, even if it doesn't say it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it, I wonder if it's in the Acts of Vengeance crossovers omnibus or
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll tell you what, I'll look. Let me write that down so I don't forget.
All right, everyone. Remember, join us next time. And remember, Quantum Zoners, keep it quantum and turn the lights out on your way out.